No good. Shot missing. Good D by Embiid. On its way from Irving for two. Rebound by Butler. Here's Simmons. The Knicks pull it in. Irving up top. It's stolen by Duncan. There's the triple. And that's good. Kyrie Irving for three.
And that is just money from Kyrie. He's so dangerous from outside the three-point line.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Here's Simmons after New York gets the three, and it's Irving missing. Irving looking for an opening. Pass to Embiid. And the rebound goes to Duncan. On offense here, the Bucks. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And again, the Bucks miss. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, I did catch up with the head coach of the Knicks. Now, coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And the foul on Tari Eason. That's his first foul. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Pass to Black. Embiid the screen to the inside. And Embiid throws it down.
What a scary sight. Joel Embiid with all that momentum taking it to the hoop, looking like a freight train.
Now here's Simmons. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Tim Duncan picks one up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
New York shooting their first free throws of the game.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hand.
Milwaukee making a switch here. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that Game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Now Duncan, after Julius Irving's three-pointer that didn't go. .58 seconds left to play here in the first. And that one drops for him.
Using those sight lines to find an open guy and be always ready to deliver.
Butler with the ball. Still without a basket. Here's Irving. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And Hayward with the stuff.
And using his underrated athleticism, Hayward is no stranger to throwing it down.
Pass to Eason. Down low. Here's Dort. Rebound, Milwaukee.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Here's Butler. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Irving from long range. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. New York ahead. They lead by a bucket. And will return.
7.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
Inside, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Hayward's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Milwaukee. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Here's Irving, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. It's Finney Smith, top of the key. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. On its way from Irving for 2. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly, and then gets to the right spot in transition.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Both teams will make substitutions. New York trailing. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Stewart. Here's Giddey. And the dunk by Stewart.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
The kick out to Irving. For the three. Basket made. That's his third of the game. He's 3 for 9 now. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Pass to Simmons. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that's where Simmons wants to operate as a scorer. Foul line down.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And Stewart gets it to go.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Pass to Irving. Spins. It's hauled in by Stewart.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Now Finney Smith to the paint. And the dunk by Stewart.
Isaiah Stewart rocking the rim.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Back to Giddey. In the corner, Finney Smith with it. Shot clock at 5. Ivo Stewart. Outside Irving. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Substitution on the court.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, I appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Harris a screen. Here's Simons. And again, the Bucks miss. Knicks trail by 3. Allen for the 3. The shot, no good. And here's the break. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Young. Banked in off the glass. Young's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks.
And Trey doing a good job exploring, trying to find those soft spots in the defense.
And the shot goes in.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Bucks lead by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And here are the Knicks. It's a 3-point game. Brent, some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has and is willing to take some risks. And the reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
And so Young nails them both. You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just, I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious.
From outside the arc, nailed from three-point land. Young's got 7.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And the dunk by Eason.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And so Young will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They lead by 4. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. you got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Bucks leading by 6.
New York foul.
And New York making a change.
Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for your New York Knicks.
To the middle. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
All that athleticism from Tobias Harris showing that time.
Here's Black. He's got 7. It's Dort on the wing. Left side, Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Embiid. Launches a 3. No good from Irving. Simon's on the wing. Hasn't made one yet. Young with no one around. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul.
First team.
The Knicks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Irving. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here's Dort. Launches it.
Nice to see Kyrie focus on locking down his man defensively. You can use that speed to your advantage on that end, too.
Here's Butler. The Knicks pull it in. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan. Outside, Dort. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What's Dort out there? 215, 220 at the guard position. He'll throw it around.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And Dort, no good on that one. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Here's Simmons. The kick outside to Butler. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Knicks trailed by 6. And it's Dort off the drive. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Dort's got 4 this quarter.
You love it when Dort gets that kind of momentum and is charging towards the basket. Not many people want to get in his way.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And there's the drive. He gets it in there. Now just a 2-point Bucks lead. Pass to Duncan. And the dunk by Duncan.
And Jimmy's still able to get up and over the rim, throwing that one in.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. There's 57 seconds left in the 3rd. And Young comes over to help. Here's Stewart. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 4-point game. And the shot is good.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
I mean, a 6'8 playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Young left side. Pass to Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Young's shot is good.
Well, if you overplay Trae Young, he will go right by you. He's going to make that adjustment.
And another basket for Milwaukee.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And so it...
44.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Reporter David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. Now, he said, come on, can anybody make a three? We have to be better from deep. He implored his team to find the shooters, get them open with movement and picks. We'll see if it works, guys.
Thank you, David. Three-pointer by Embiid. It's hauled in by Duncan. Bucks leading by 10. Outside Irving. Fade away. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Now, there's not a spot on the floor where Kyrie cannot damage you.
And here is Irving.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me. With confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Here's Simmons. Softly drops in the floater.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Pass to Eason. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
Outside, Simmons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you love when Simmons plays with aggression inside because it really forces the D to adjust.
At the line, 2 shots.
And Simmons drops them both. Knicks trailed by 12. To the inside. Irving. Chalk up 2 there. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Julius Irving. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now Irving. Shoots over Dort. Irving, good.
Irving.
Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks.
When Kyrie's going like this, he completely takes the game over. What a player.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Black. In the corner, it's Eason. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Simmons. The Knicks pull it in.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And an important part of every team's game. And we'll look at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
The big fella, Embiid, making it look too easy.
54-43.
Outside, Simmons. Bucket is good. Simmons got 6 points in the quarter.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Caldwell Pope brings the double team. Irving for three. No good there. Bucks leading by 13. Simmons with it. Now defended by Embiid. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Simmons. Nice defense from Dort. New York, they're working against the clock now. Pass to Black. Fires the three. And Simmons with the rebound.
New York.
Here's Milwaukee now.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Bucks.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Kyrie Irving.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
A nice shot by Black. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Bucks.
Bucks lead.
Leading by 12.
58-46.
That shot is off. Good D by Embiid. It's tipped.
Bucks lead. 58-48.
Irving way outside. Misses. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll